5 na sa UFCO Lim Building, Borromeo Street, Dakbayan sa Surigao. RPN Radio Philippines Network DXKS 1080, ang inyong Radio Ronda.
That time check was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Kinaiyahan, bililhong gasa gikan sa kahitasan. Salamin sa gahomong grasya sa Diyos nga magbubuhat. Naghatag og katahom sa atong kalibutan. Tinungdan sa tanang matang sa kinabuhi. Amanong sa'y ginbuhat sa tao, ang gipiyalan o gisaligan sa Diyos. Ang Mine Rehabilitation Fund Committee uban sa Mines and Geoscience Bureau Region 13 mutanyag kaninyo nining tulumanon. Katilingban o kinaiyahan. Katilingban o kinaiyahan. Dinhihisgutan ang nagkadayang kalihukan sa MGB o sa MRFC ingon man sa mga mining communities alang nga sa pag-amping sa gasa sa kinaiyahan o ang kaakuhan sa katilingban. O karon, ani ang inyong tigdumala.
Maradyaw na adlaw sa supinamong tigpaminaw. Magandang araw sa mga tagapakinig ng programang Katilingban o Kinaiyahan. Ako po ang inyong lingkod na si Marie Penelope Fang ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau Regional Office No. 13. Malugod na pagbati po kay MGB 13 Regional Director Engineer Larry M. Herades at sa mga Division Chiefs at empleyado ng MGB 13 na patuloy sa paghahatid ng serbisyo publiko at pagpapatupad ng responsableng pagmimina. Pagbati rin po sa lahat ng mga mamamayan na kabilang sa industriya ng pagmimina sa Caraga Region. Hangad namin na magbunga ng masagana ang mga gawain ninyo sa araw na ito. At syempre pa, ibinabati rin po namin ang mga residente sa mga mining communities. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Pagbati rin po sa lahat ng mga partner agencies, local government units, civil society organizations at sectors na katuwang namin upang pagtibayin at panatilihin ang responsableng pagmimina at pagtaguyod ng mga ligtas, matatag at maunlad na komunidad. Noong November 29 po ay ipinagdiwang ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau ang ika-124th founding anniversary nito. Ang tema ng pagdiriwang ngayong taon ay Responsible Mining, a Way to Economic Recovery Amidst the Pandemic. Noong araw na yon ay pinagdiwang po ng MGB Regional Office No. 13 ang nasabing anibersaryo sa pamamagitan ng pag-aalay ng banal na sakripisyo ng misa at nagkaroon rin po kami ng isang simpleng programa at mga aktibidades katulad ng MGB Quiz Bowl at Promotional Mining Video Making Competition. Kaya naman po ngayong araw na ito ay ibabahagi ko po sa inyo ang kasaysayan ng aming tanggapan. Kilalanin po ninyo ang makasaysayang pinagmulan ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau bilang tagapangasiwa ng industriya ng pagmimina. Ibabahagi ko rin po ang mandate, functions, mission, vision at trust ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau. Mines and Geosciences Bureau, more than a century of championing sustainability in mining and geosciences. The Mines and Geosciences Bureau dates back during the Spanish regime known as the Inspección General de Minas. It took charge of the administration and disposition of minerals and mineral lands. The office, however, was abolished on July 1, 1886, but its functions and personnel were merged with the General Directorate of Civil Administration. Under the Philippine Revolutionary Republic, the Departamento de Fomento, translated as Department of Public Welfare, was created by virtue of the decree signed by General Emilio Aguinaldo on November 28, 1898. On November 29, 1898, the President signed a decree creating the 4 divisions of Departamento de Fomento, and one of these divisions was the Industry and Agriculture Division. The Mines Section and the Mountains Sections were also formed, wherein the former was under the Director of Industry and Agriculture, and the latter was under the Director of Publicas. However, when the Americans came, a reorganization was implemented, resulting in the emergence of the Mining Bureau by virtue of General Order No. 31, dated March 10, 1900. As part of the reorganization, the administration of mining grants and claims instituted prior to April 11, 1899 was transferred by Act No. 916 from the Mining Bureau to the Public Lands. In 1905, the Mining Bureau and the Bureau of Government Laboratories were fused under the Bureau of Science, and the Mining Bureau became the Division of Geology and Mines. By virtue of Memorandum Order No. 5, dated January 25, 1933, the Mineral Lands Division of the Bureau of Lands was merged with the Division of Geology and Mines under the Bureau of Science to form a division known as the Division of Mineral Resources under the Department of Agriculture and Commerce. The Division of Mineral Resources was charged with functions of carrying out the provisions of 3 major laws. Number 1, provisions of the Act of U.S. Congress 1902 pertaining to mineral lands and the governance of the leasing and development of coal lands. Number 2, provisions of Act No. 3077 as amended by Act No. 3852 governing the exploration, location, and lease of petroleum. And number 3, Act No. 2719 governing mineral oils and gas. On September 19, 1934, the same division was again placed under the direct supervision and control of the Bureau of Science. It was renamed Division of Mines. With the promulgation of the Commonwealth Constitution reverting the Regalian Doctrine, which particularly asserts that mineral belongs to the state and their disposition, administration, exploitation, and development shall be done through license, concession, or lease. Commonwealth Act No. 136 and 137 were both enacted on November 7, 1936. Commonwealth Act 136 created the Bureau of Mines, while Commonwealth Act No. 137, otherwise known as the Mining Act of 1936, was actually the first major mining law that would stay for about 38 years until Presidential Decree No. 463. When the Second World War came, the Bureau of Mines was reconstituted under the Department of Agriculture and Commerce by virtue of Executive Order No. 1, dated January 30, 1942. In 1944, during the puppet Philippine Republic, the Bureau of Mines shrunk again into a division of the Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources. The Bureau of Mines was restored in 1945 when the Philippine Commonwealth was reestablished on February 27 of the same year. Since then, the Bureau of Mines had been under the direct supervision and control of the Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources. It was only in 1974 that the Bureau of Mines was transferred to the Department of Natural Resources pursuant to Presidential Decree No. 461. On the same day, the Mineral Resources Decree of 1974, or PD No. 463, was issued amending Commonwealth Act No. 137 to provide, among others, for a modernized system of administration and disposition of mineral lands and to promote and encourage the development and exploration of the mining industry. PD number 463 was later revised by PD numbers 1385 and 1677. On June 6, 1978, PD number 1281 was promulgated, revisiting Commonwealth Act number 136, boosting the Bureau of Mines and Geosciences Bureau with additional tasks as well as authority to make it more responsive to the objectives of the government for its minerals sector. A year after, some sections of Presidential Decree number 1281 was amended by Presidential Decree number 1654 to include renaming the Bureau of Mines as Bureau of Mines and Geosciences, further making it more responsive to its varied functions. On June 10, 1987, pursuant to Executive Order number 192, otherwise known as Reorganization Act of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the Mines and Geosciences Bureau became one of the staff bureaus of DENR. MGB took the functions of the Bureau of Mines and Geosciences, but minus the line functions that were transferred mainly to the DENR regional offices. It also absorbed the functions of the abolished Mineral Resources Development Board and the Gold Mining Industry Assistance Board. The passage of Republic Act number 7942, otherwise known as the Philippine Mining Act of 1995 on March 3, 1995, and Department Administrative Order number 96-40, the implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act number 7942, transformed the Mines and Geosciences Bureau into a line bureau. The Staff Bureau, created under DAO 1 series of 1988, became the central office of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, while Mines and Geosciences Development Service, created under DAO 41 series of 1991, became the regional offices. In 1997, by virtue of DAO number 97-11, the MGB implemented a full reorganization specifically involving the establishment of two new divisions, the Mining Environment and Safety Division and the Mine Tenement Management Division, thus essentially operationalizing the Sustainable Development Principles provision of the Mining Act of 1995. The year after, the Mines and Geosciences Bureau commemorated its centennial year and from then on celebrated its anniversary every 29th of November. MGB's acknowledgement as one of the centennial bureaus further underscored the significance of the state's management of our mineral resources throughout the decades. Likewise, the long history of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau has only proven its unwavering commitment in championing sustainability in mining and geosciences. Mandate and functions. Office of the Regional Director. The Office of the Regional Director shall implement at the regional level the pertinent laws, policies, rules, and regulations and programs, exercise the management functions of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, undertake information, education, and communication campaign, and perform such duties and functions as may be provided by law or delegated by the Director. The office shall have the following divisions: Finance and Administrative Division. The Finance and Administrative Division shall provide general administrative services pertaining to human and financial resources and property and records management. Geosciences Division. The Geosciences Division shall undertake land and marine geoscientific surveys, including mineral exploration, geological mapping, geohazards assessment, groundwater resource exploration, and vulnerability assessment, and engineering geological and geo-environmental studies, and provide geological laboratory and information services. Mine Management Division. The Mine Management Division shall undertake initial evaluation of mining and mining-related applications, monitoring of the disposition and utilization of mineral lands and resources, and survey of mineral lands. Mine Safety, Environment, and Social Development Division. The Mine Safety, Environment, and Social Development Division shall conduct the evaluation and monitoring of implementation of programs and investigate incidents, complaints on mine safety and health, environmental management, and social development. Our mission. The Mines and Geosciences Bureau, as steward of the country's mineral resources, is committed to the promotion of sustainable mineral resources development, aware of its contribution to national economic growth and countryside community development. It fully recognizes that the development of a responsive policy framework in partnership with stakeholders to govern mineral exploration, mining, and investment decisions, and an effective institutional structure are fundamental requisites for the sustainable utilization of the country's mineral resources. It is adherent to the promotion of geological studies as an integral element of socio-economic development, environmental protection, and human safety. Yet, it is sensitive to the known environmental impacts of mining and the need for restoration and rehabilitation of mining-affected areas and the development and adoption of environmental and geoscientific technologies. Our vision. The Mines and Geosciences Bureau envisions a minerals industry that is not only prosperous but also socially, economically, and environmentally sustainable, with broad community and political support, while positively and progressively assisting in government's program on poverty alleviation and contributing to the general economic well-being of the nation. The Mines and Geosciences Bureau also aims to be the leading geoscience and georesources serving the public and nation with scientific reliability. Our thrust. To realize its vision for the industry, the Mines and Geosciences Bureau subscribes to the core requirements of sustainable development as applied to mining and geosciences. Protection and rehabilitation of the environment, promotion of social and community stability, preservation of options for future generations, and competitive and prosperous mining industry. At dyan po nagtatapos ang aming programa ngayong araw na ito. Nawa ay mas nakilala po ninyo ang Mines and Geosciences Bureau sa aming ibinahaging mga impormasyon. Para naman po sa ating publiko, kung mayroon po kayong mga issues at concerns, maaari po kayong magpadala ng email sa region13@mgb.gov.ph. Ulitin ko po, region13@mgb.gov.ph. Inaanyayahan din po namin kayo na bumisita sa official website ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau Regional Office No. 13 sa www.mgbr13.ph para sa mga news at updates. Ulitin ko po, www.mgbr13.ph. Nawa ay maging kaisa namin kayo upang maging ganap ang mga idhikain ng industriya ng pagmimina sa Caraga Region para sa kapakinabangan ng nakararami. Sa ngalan ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau Regional Office No. 13, maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pakikibahagi at suporta sa Katilingban o Kinaiyahan. Nawa ay patuloy po tayong mapuspos ng pagmamahal at pagpapala ng Panginoong Diyos. Magandang araw po at hanggang sa